Hi students, a very pleasant and warm greetings to you all. Hope you are doing good. Last session we have seen about microprocessor, RAM, ROM and some storage devices and all right. Secondary storage devices, about the cache memory and the ports and interfaces and all right. So we have learned about the computer organization in the last session. Today we are going to start about theoretical concepts of operating systems. Okay. Operating systems means we all know operating system is the thing which makes the system to run, right? Here, first topic is about software. Okay, software means it's a set of instructions. Okay, set of instruction means it may be a code or it may be a program, right? So, a set of instructions which is given to perform a specific task, we'll say it as a software. Okay, software means coding. I said you in the introductory class itself, right? Software is a set of instructions that perform a specific task, and this will interact with hardware to generate the desired output. Okay, and the types of software are application software and system software. Okay, application software means this is a set of program which is used to perform a specific task only. When you see a example for application software, you will get an idea. An example is MS Word. This is used to create a text document, right? VLC player. This is used to play audio or video files, right? These are all the application software. System software means that is a type of a computer program. This is used to run a computer's hardware. Okay, that's operating system, language processor. These are all system softwares. Okay, so now we are going to see about the system software only. Which system software? Operating system. Okay, operating system, we'll say it as OS. Okay, OS is the operating system. Normally, if you see this video in phone, if it's an Android phone, it will have an Android operating system. If it is an iPhone, it is a iOS, right? If you are having a laptop, a normal laptop, and if you are watching in it, means it will be having an operating system to work, right? If you are using a Mac OS, means you'll have a Mac, Apple's operating system. Whatever device you are using, that brand will have one operating system, right? If you are using Android phone also, in some days it will have an updated version. That means that OS, that operating system, will be updated, right? If you update your mobiles, you will get some more options which they introduce in that operating system, right? So let's see what is operating system. This is a system software which serves as an interface between the user and the computer, right? Simply, if a computer is there, it won't work. Only when an operating system is there, we can communicate with our computer, right? That means it will control all the devices. It will control the input device, output devices, and all the device like printer, drives inside, which are the electric devices there. This will be controlled by this operating system only. Okay. The function of this operating system is it will manage the files. It will take control of the memory devices. It will process whatever instructions we are giving. These all the device management, process management, memory management, everything will be done by this operating system only. Okay, without operating system, or if when a computer is switched on, the operating system will be loading automatically, right? In the memory, it will have some instructions or it will have some codes. If this operating system only will load the computer, and this operating system only will bring back the things or the data which is saved in the computer. Okay, the some of the popular operating systems which we use in computer or laptops are Windows. Normally, we'll use Windows. Laptop means Windows, or Unix or Linux, right? And the mobile devices we'll use, as I said before, Android and iOS. That is given in your book. Okay. There is a diagram in your book in page number 42. Okay. Application software will have a operating system. Operating system only will connect the application software with the hardware, right? So that user can interface with the computer. Okay. Let's see the uses of operating system. Okay, the main use is to make sure whether the computer can be used to interact with the user as the user wants it, right? Next one is easy interaction between the user and computer. Okay, this operating system makes the user to easily communicate with the computer, right? Then starting a computer operation or any loading or any booting or to switch on the computer itself, this operating system is needed, right? Controlling the input and output devices also is done by operating system. So these are all the main uses, right? And from the main memory, if you want to take some data, that also will be done by this operating system only. Okay, now let's see the types of this operating system. We have two types: single user operating system and multi-user operating system. Okay, single user means this operating system will allow only a single user to perform a task at a same time. That is single user or a single user single task operating system. Okay, like MS-DOS and all is an example for single user. That means only a single task can be operated in the same time. Okay, multi-user means from the word itself you can say it is used in this computer, laptops and all. Same data can be taken in 2 or 3 places and we can use it, right? So that means at the same time many users can use that. The user can communicate with each other also, like this Windows, Linux, Unix and all, multi-user operating system. Okay, next one is key features of operating system. Okay, key features means when you see this diagram you can understand: user interface, file management, memory management, fault tolerance, process management, security manager are the key features of operating system. Okay, first we'll see what is user interface. User interface means the user is connected with the computer using this operating system. Okay, that is what user interface. This is the main feature here in this operating system. Okay, the only way that user can make interaction with the computer is through this user interface. Okay, the main reason for the key success is graphical user interface. This is based on the operating system only. Okay, this GUI is a graphical user interface. Okay, this is a window based system only. With a point it will direct to the input or output point. Okay, this one we can choose from the menus also. Okay, we can make selections and we can use the keyboard also to enter the text and we can process this operating system. Okay, this has vibrant colors and attract the user very easily. That is what it is called as graphical user interface. Okay, now Linux is also available as GUI. GUI is graphical user interface based on this operating system. Okay, some of the points must be considered when using this user interface is designed for an application. Okay, this user interface should be enabled the user to get their experience for a longer time. For a longer time, the user can use this. That is the first point. Next point is it must also satisfy the customer based on their needs. Right? This one we saw this point in this uses of operating system also. According to the customer's needs only, a producer will do or a seller will do the processing, right? Likewise, here this user interface also according to the customer's need only this operating system will be designed. Okay, and the next one is time. It will say it must save time, then only the user will use it, right? So this user interface should save time. This is also a main consideration when user interface is designed, right? Then the main aim of any product is to satisfy the customer, that we all know. So this user interface must satisfy the customer. Okay, then the next one is it should reduce the number of errors committed by the user. Okay, when a user is using this, number of errors must be low so that we'll get the efficient output, right? Next one is memory management. Memory management means data will be taken from a memory and it will be processed. That thing is managed by this operating system. Okay, memory management is a process of controlling and coordinating the computer's main memory. Like we will have a memory block separately and we'll have each part separately. So we have to take a data from a memory and we have to process it, right? So this memory management means it has to take a data from a specific memory uh, region or a specific storage part, and it will give in the user as the user demands. This operating system will take the data and it will control the data and it will process it, right? The main goal of this memory management process is to increase both the usage of the CPU and also it must speed up the response process also. Once the response is reached only, the next process will be carried out, right? So for this reason, the computer must have several programs in the main memory, right? So this all the programs will be managed by this memory management scheme only, okay? This operating system is responsible for some activities in the connection with the memory management. Let's see that point. Keeping track of which portion of the memory are currently being used or who is using them. This memory management system has to have to be noting it, right? The next one is determining which process or which part of the process or the which part of data has to be moved into the memory or which part of the data has to be got out from the memory. Okay, next one is allocating or deallocating of the memory blocks as needed by the program in a main memory. Okay, that will say it as garbage collection. We'll have a lot and lots and lots of programs, right? Which program is needed at which time? This will be taken care of this memory management program, and this allocating the memory blocks, or if a data is taken from the memory section and that specific memory location will be deallocated or that data doesn't need that location, right? These all will be managed by this memory management only. Next one is process management. Process management means this will include the creating, deleting and providing some process for communication or to communicate with each other or to sync two devices or to sync two users contents. For all these, the processing is carried out by this process management, right? A system task will send a output to a printer or a screen, right? This is also a process. If there is a computer, it will consist of a collection of process. This one will separate or will classify into two categories. Okay, first one is operating system processes which is executed by system code. Next one is user processes which is executed by user code. Okay, operating system means which is processed. This will process by a system code. Operating system will process which is executed by system code. User process will be executed by whom? By this user code. Okay, all the processes can potentially execute it in a single CPU. In the same CPU itself, we can do a number of process, right? The following algorithms are mainly used to allocate the job, or this is used mainly to find out which process has to be done first or in which speed it has to be done. This and all will be based on this algorithms only. FIFO, SJF, round robin based on priority. FIFO means first in, first out. Let's consider students are standing in a queue, right? That means whoever is standing in the first will be called first, right? If you are standing in a queue near the door, I am calling according to your order. That means whoever came first will be able to enter into the class first, and whoever is standing last will enter into the class last. That means this is known as FIFO. Okay, that is first in, first out. That means here also in the CPU, a queue will be formed. In the queue, which process has to be done first, which data is first, that will be processed first, and whatever is coming the next, it will be processed. So this is first in, first out. Understood? Next one is SJF. That means shortest job first. Okay. That means here two jobs can be considered. If you are giving me a paper, if you are writing the exam and giving me a paper, right? So you are giving me a class test paper, and also you are giving me a final test paper, or you can just keep quarterly test paper, class test paper, and final exam text paper. Which is small? According to the size, it will be categorized. That means first I will correct the class test paper, right? And then next I will correct the quarterly test paper. Next I will correct the final exams test paper, right? So likewise, shortest job first. This scheduling is SJF. Okay. Here in your book, they have given an example. Two jobs are there. A for 6 kilobytes and B for 9 kilobytes, which is first, the shortest will be assigned. So A has 6 kilobytes. So A will be processed first, and then B will be processed, right? Next one is round robin scheduling. Round robin scheduling means this algorithm is designed especially for sharing the time. Okay, this job or this process are assigned and processed time in a circular method. That means, for example, we can consider there is three jobs, A, B, and C. That means first the job A is assigned to the CPU, then job B, then job C, and then again A, then again B, then again C. It will process in a round manner. A, B, C, then again A, B, C, A, B, C. Like this, it will be in a round manner, and this is named as round robin scheduling. Okay, next one is based on priority. That means a job is assigned to based on a priority, right? So here a job which has higher priority or which has higher importance will be processed first. Okay, here in your book they have given an example. A and B are two jobs. A is having a priority of 5, B is having a priority of 7. So job B is assigned to the processor before this job A. That means the priority of B has a higher value, right? So the according to the priority, the job will be done, right? Are you clear? Next one is security management. Security management is a major challenge in this computer and software industry. Okay, now lots and lots of data and lots of content are there circulating in computer or in software industry in the net, right? So security is the most needed one. Here we have three levels of securities to the end user. Okay, they are file access level, system access level, network access level. Okay, in order to access the file created by other people, you should have the access permission, right? If I am creating a booklet, or if I am writing a book, if you want to access it, I must give the permission, then only you can access that, right? Likewise, here, if one person has created a file, if another one has to use or another one has to see that, the one who created must give the permission. Permission can be either I'll give the permission, or I may not give the permission. Maybe if I am writing a book, I am working in a company and you are asking for a book. Either I have to give the permission or else the company has to give the permission. Likewise here, either the creator must give the permission or else the administrator of the system can give the permission. Right? That is access level. File access level means that is a accessing permission. System level security means this will be given a password in a multi-user environment. If one system is there, in our lab also, if you see one system is there, means if one system is there, many of you have to use. How will you use? If I am giving a password, I'll give the password to the students of this class. Means if you are going, you 5 are going, means this 5 also can use the system. And how? I'll give the password to you and this multi-user environment. That means you 5 can enter the password and you can use that system, right? Both this Windows and Linux will have the password facilities also, right? Understood this uh, password, the security, system level security. Network security means it is a indefinable one. Okay, that means from the name itself you can understand network security. Network means it will have a lot of people around, all around the world, right? So um, the people from all over the world will try to provide such a security, right? All these levels of security, what all is the file access level, system level, network level, all these levels of security are provided only by this operating system. Okay. Next one is fault tolerance. Fault tolerance means this operating system must be a robust one. That means when there is a fault, the operating system should not crash. Instead, it must tolerate some amount of fault, and the capability must not be reduced, right? So this operating system will retain the existing state of the system. When there is a, I'll say you an example for this also. If you are writing an exam, if you are writing one question wrong, you must have a fault tolerance system, right? If you are a very well studying student, means if when you are writing a question, if you forget in between, if you are totally collapsing, then there will be no use, right? Likewise, fault tolerance is there in this operating system. If this fault tolerance is not there, if a small fault comes in this operating system, the system will be totally collapsed and the system will be totally crashed. So if this fault tolerance is there only, if any small faults are happening also, the previously done things will be safe there. It will be there, and only at that place some error or some fault will be found. Okay, next one is file management. File management is an important function in this OS. Okay, this handle the data storage. File management here, they have given FAT. FAT means file allocation table. Okay, this only stores the normal information about the file, like file names, the type of the file. It may be text or binary, the size, the starting address, access mode, everything, right? This file manager in the mobile also, you'll have a file manager. If you want to just take and open it, inside the file manager you can find all the files which is present in a gallery, in downloads, whatever is present, where everything will come under this file management. Okay, allocating a memory to the files. Okay, this in this file management you can create, edit or copy, or you can just take some images from your memory card and you can just save it in your internal memory, or you can just do the vice versa. Likewise, you can do everything in this file management. The files which are present can be managed here, right? And the few other file management techniques are NGFS. NGFS means next generation file system. Okay, that will say is NTFS also. Next generation file system only they'll say NTFS, and Linux also. Okay, next one is multiprocessing. Okay, multiprocessing means this is a one of the features in this operating system. This does more than one process for a single runtime. Okay, in a single this is a, if you are allocating 5 minutes for one job, means in that 5 minutes itself it will process more than one or two processes. Okay, that is multiprocessing. Okay, this processing takes place in a parallel way. Okay, so this is called parallel processing. In the same time two things can be done, so this is parallel processing. Okay, this is used for high speed execution, which increases the power. Okay, when you are doing a program or when you are executing some process, this two or three processes are done at the same time. So it must not reduce the speed, and also it must not reduce the power also, right? So this multiprocessing makes the operating system will give the output in a high speed, and also the power also won't be decreased. It will have the same power also. Next one is time sharing. Okay, this is also one of the feature of this operating system. This allows the usage, or this allows the task or the process to do concurrently at the same time. The process can be done. Okay, for each task a fixed time will be allocated. This time division, we'll say it as time sharing. Okay, this process means within this time this process must be done. Likewise, each time limit will be shared for each processes. This one we'll say it as time sharing. Okay, the processor will switch in a very quick manner between these various processes. Okay, after time is elapsed, or after the process is completed also, this processor will switch so soon to the next process. Okay, for example, if there is three process A, B and C, if there is three process, means time will be allocated. As for A, it will have 10 minutes, B will have 15 minutes, 3 will have 20 minutes. Means if one process is completed, it will suddenly at the next second it will just move on to the next process, and the next process will be done, right? So and then it will again pause the next process when the time is over, and then it will just switch to the next process. Okay, next one is distributed operating system. Okay, distributed operating system means this is used to use a shared data or the shared files which is in any machine around the world using this internet. Okay, this user can access the data which is available on their own computer, right? The advantages of this distributed operating system means if a system is connected through internet all over the world, wherever the system may be, the user can access that computer and they can use that data in the computer, right? Here some advantages are there in this distributed operating systems. That advantages are a user who is in any location can make use of all the resources which is in any location. That is what I said here for the explanation of distributed operating system. Okay, when two systems are connected through network, wherever the systems may be, either one system is in another country and one system is in India, means if it is connected through network, it can just take the resource, or resource means we are saying the data only. The user can make use of the data from any place, right? Then many computers resources can be added easily in the network. And if you are connected in the network, how many computers you want to connect, you can just connect it. Okay, this will improve the interaction with the customers and clients also, right? Clients will be willing to know the customers ideas, right? So if you are connected with it through this network, you can just make use of the customers feedbacks also, right? And next one, this reduces the load on the host computer. If you are having one computer as the main one, then all the data will be saved in that particular computer, right? That means it will create a heavy load in that host computer. So if you are connected with the network, you can just make 5 computers and you can split the data and you can put it in the 5 computers. So it will reduce the load. Okay, and the next last topic in this chapter is prominent operating systems. Okay, the prominent operating systems are Unix, Linux, Microsoft Windows, iOS, Android. Okay, that means prominent means just important operating systems. Okay, this important, the mainly used operating systems are this Unix, Linux, Microsoft Windows, iOS, and Android, right? Normally in our college, school, and all, if you are using the system there, Microsoft Windows will be there, Windows operating system will be there. If you are using an Android phone, you will have an Android operating system. If you are using an iPhone, it will have iOS, right? And for some particular purposes, you will be using Unix or Linux operating systems also. Okay, in this modern operating systems and all, it will have a GUI. GUI means you saw already graphical user interface. Okay, this graphical user interface means now if you are using a computer, you will have a mouse, and you can use the mouse to operate the system, right? So if you are seeing an icon or any folder or files in a desktop, you can just move the mouse and you can operate it, right? So everything is clearly displayed on the screen. So this will have a graphics and text element. This is what we are having in this operating systems. Okay, we have come to the end of this concepts of operating systems. Okay, in this page number 46, they have given about iOS, Android, and they have given activity for you. Just find the logos correctly and the descriptions for that. You all would have known. Apple logo means you know. Microsoft Windows logo means you know. Android logo means you know. Right? You just try to do that student activity also. Okay? in this page number 46. Okay, so we have come to the end and we have studied about this concepts of operating system, right? Make sure you read the portion today itself. Okay, so you'll be remembering it for even for the last exam also. Okay, just read it and take notes in your note. Okay, here we have seen about operating system, and we have seen first about the software and the types of software, application software and system software. Then the introduction about operating system and the types of operating system we saw. What are the types? Single user and multi-user, right? Then the key features of operating system. That what are the key features? Fault tolerance, process management, security management, user interface, file management and memory management, right? At last we have seen the important operating systems also, right? Unix, Linux, Windows. Windows is Microsoft Windows. iOS is Apple's iOS and Android. So that's all for today. Make sure you read it today itself. This is also an interesting topic. You must know about this operating system. You are a computer application student, right? So you must know. If you are having a laptop or if you are having a phone, just find what operating system is working in your system, in your laptop or in your phone, which is making this to process, how this process is done. These all you have to find it out, right? So make sure you know and read and get the full knowledge about this operating system. Okay, thank you for your valuable time. Stay home, stay safe, take care, bye.